The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up at the line to begin this ball game.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Man in motion is Smith. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. Whoa! Barkley's got the first down and more. And he will score! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening.
Entering settings screen, you have 28 options. Menu narration set to 100.
Down and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On play action, Mayfield moving left. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Buccaneers first down. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Not much happening there, just a short gain. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Right back to Irving, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. Going up top for Evans. And that is incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And now it's fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. To throw is Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. He's got it! And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. So, a big one there to start the drive. 55 yards on the game. On first and 10, it's Barkley. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. Give him a second touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Now an opening has the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Out to his right. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adoree Jackson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's taken down just shy of the 10. A gain there of 11. First down, Philadelphia. We are through one. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Barkley. Yeah, and he'll get about 5. A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Eagles stake themselves to a 17-0 lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. To throw is Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Now whistles, play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. To the air again, Hurts. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And now, 3rd and goal coming up. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. to the air. It's Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a first down. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Going up top for Evans. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
A short one there to Otten. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This one intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run the draw with Barkley. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Second down, they need 7. The slot man in motion right. A second down throw for Hurts. Forced out wide. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The Bucs have it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, all of a sudden, the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. One final throw before the break. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Smith. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The handoff, it's Irving. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. To throw is Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. They'll run it here with Saquon. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. It's the quarterback with a sneak, and he's going to have the Eagles' first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. A give, and here's Johnson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
2nd and 11. They'll go again with Johnson. And much more room to run on this one. Pickup of 8, and that'll bring up third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. 36 yards. They'll run with Robinson. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
A pass taken in by Johnson. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles up their lead. It's now 24-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 95 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. From the 43, here's second and a couple. Slot man in motion right. Another run here with Johnson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 2. Here we go. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
Fourth down. Here's Hurts. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41.
I like a little bit of this risk-taking. When you found yourself with the lead in the fourth quarter, conservative wisdom says, just punt it away and let your defense win this game for you. But now after going for it on fourth down and extending the drive, they can continue to work this clock. And even if they do have to give the ball back to their opponent, they're going to get the ball back with a lot less time. So I really like that decision. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On the ground, it's Johnson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
On third down, here's Hurts. He'll throw it left and has his running back. A gain there of 15. Good for an Eagles first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this two-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock,